Hello, everybody. Firstly, for anybody who's not actually here for the Australian Photography Awards, please bear with us. You've become a bit of a captive audience, but we're really, really pleased to have you here as well. We'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands and waters in which we live, travel and work, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. As people who seek meaning and knowledge through storytelling, we recognise that the first peoples of this land have been doing so for over 60,000 years. We pay our respects to elders, past, present and emerging, and we extend this respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait people who might be here today. So my name's Tom Goldner, and together with my bestie Harriet Tarbuck and our main man Angus Scott over there, we're the three organisers behind Photo Collective. One of our initiatives, our big initiatives, is Australian Photography Awards, which is now in its 7th edition. And we gather here today to celebrate the amazing finalists that we see on the walls. That's lovely, thank you very much. Oh, that's calmed the nerves a little bit. Just a little bit about Photo Collective. We really grew out of two initiatives, one being Australian Photography Awards, and we also ran a really small, strange little business in Kensington for a bunch of years called the Fox Darkerman Gallery, where we were teaching photography. And during lockdown, we rebranded, moulded it into this monster called Photo Collective. And essentially, we just feed it, and it does its thing. And we're all about creating opportunity for photographers to show work. We're really dedicated to the idea of looking at photography beyond its surface value and exploring meaning with the idea of creating a space that allows for important conversations to happen around photography.
Yeah, and we're standing here really as two representatives of Photo Collective. We really feel like we're sort of a small part of a bigger community, and it really is about everyone that engages with us and it's part of what we do. You know, we have collaborators, we have people entering the awards. None of this would happen without everyone in this room, so it really is, we're a small part of what's happening here. I guess what we try and do at Photo Collective more than anything is give a wide view of what Australian photography can be. For us, it's really important to recognise the diversity and changing face of what it is to be an Australian these days, and that it's not just one gaze that we see, that it's a beautiful, multifaceted gaze that's been formed from all over the world. We're really proud to show this work today, and really this is a representation of what just that statement in general, and we're just so proud to have all these finalists in the room and hand out some amazing prizes shortly.
To all the finalists and anyone who's entered the awards, you know, overall, over the years as well, we just thank you so much for trusting in us to kind of take on this role. We take it really seriously because these aren't just photographs, these are really important stories, and the people behind the photographs is what we look for. So we're always looking beyond the surface of the image, trying to see who you are behind that. And we see you, we hear you, and we hope that you're incredibly proud to see yourself on the walls here today.
Yeah, and I think that just goes all the way through the judging process as well. And I think for awards like this, it's really, it can be a bit of a hidden thing, the judging process and who gets to the top and who wins. It can be, people say it's really subjective and, you know, and all these things, but we do take it very seriously, and the judging committees that we have taken it very seriously too, and it's not a flippant decision. It's weeks and weeks of working out and figuring out you know, which of those photos rises to the top. And I just want to thank all the judges, a lot of them are here in the room today, for taking so much passion and commitment to making sure we're doing the right thing by the community.
We can clap that, I think. The clapping relaxes me, so just keep...
Yeah.
Look, none of this is possible on two fronts. One being entrants who are actually taking part in our awards. So first of all, like, that's just central to it. Like, you know, as community organisers, it doesn't work unless we've got wonderful people engaging with us and sharing their photography. And then the other part of it are our amazing, industry partners that support us and ultimately support Australian photography. And honestly, none of this is possible without their support. So we'd like to begin by acknowledging our major partners for APA. We have Nikon Australia, who have just been incredibly supportive, not just through the awards, but more broadly in making sure that the creative during the last few years, and they've put themselves front and centre to allowing us to make that kind of happen. So a huge thank you to Kylie and Ross, who are here today, and also to Julie as well, who's not here, but we love Julie. We'd like to make a huge thank you as well to Canson Infinity, who have provided the beautiful paper that you're seeing on the walls here today. And it's so important for us to try to show your photography in the absolute best way that we can. So a huge thank you to Canson for really getting behind this event, and being able to see work in print is just amazing after the last
Help
few years.
fund the whole event as well as putting the paper on the walls.
Yes. We'd like to make a huge thank you as well to our friends at KL Australia, who have been with us since day dot of us starting APA. So we worked out, 7 years we've been working together, Scott and Michael, and you guys are such great supporters of the Australian photographic industry broadly. Your generosity in allowing us to kind of come together and celebrate photography in this way, and also just your expertise in helping us with the judging process. And we've got an amazing workshop that's happening tomorrow, which I think Harry's going to touch on a little bit later. But thank you very much for that.
KL and Nikon both stuck with us throughout the whole of the last few years and the turmoil there. So really, they really have supported us through everything.
To our new and very dear friends at Photoplay Photography, Alison and Ross, we're just so pleased to have built this relationship this year, and for you guys to kind of see merit in what we're doing, and the headway that you're both making within the industry and what you're doing to represent Australian photographers. We couldn't be more pleased to be aligned. So thank you so much for getting on board with us, and everybody should be making it their business to come and chat with these guys just quietly. To our friends at Norwood Industries, who have supported all the signage and print work, and also really supported us with these gallery wall systems that you're seeing here. They're also just amazing with all the extra collateral that we have as part of the award, and the broadsheet publication that hopefully everybody's enjoying as well, and the bags. We'd like to thank AZO as well, who have provided prizes and the screens that we've used for the judging, and they're going to be getting another little bit of a feature during the workshop tomorrow. And in terms of quality control, which is so important to us, they're so integral to that partnership. Memento Pro, who are, we're aligned with every step of the way through all the publications that we produce, to them supporting the prizes and all the talks that we do. Libby and Jeff and the team there, we couldn't be more proud to be partnering with you guys. We love you. We'd like to also thank Format Framing, who did all the printing and mounting today, which is no easy feat, considering we had to pull all the artwork together and pull this off in a very, very short time frame. So Chris down there did us a massive solid, and I think the work looks amazing. I think we can agree on that, hopefully. Thank you. The photographers did make it easy, to be fair, but to Art Hanging Systems, who provided this amazing system to allow us to kind of plug into this space. Thank you. To Epson Australia, to the Brown Bill Effect, and to our friends Earth, who have provided prizes for APA this year. We'd also like to thank our industry friends, Lowensteins. We'd like to thank Media Arts Lawyers and PPIB, who all support us. And I'm nearly at the end. We've got some amazing, we call them entertainment partners, in Tabilk. Thank you so much for being part of what we're doing, and we love that. And Starwood for helping us with your delicious drinks. And there's some special cocktails, I think, on the bar that's courtesy of that. To the Gospel as well, who there should be some little goodies in some of those prize packs I hope people are enjoying. And last and absolutely not least, but to the people here at Bodriggy who have taken, it's a huge leap of faith for allowing us to come in here and to put this on. These guys have got an agenda, and for them to be able to allow us to come in here and just transform this in over the weekend, to Tess and Max for getting for getting behind us. Thank you so much, and like what a establishment to do this in, right? So please put your hands together for these guys. Yes, please.
So we just want to thank our very nearest and dearest as well, Steve and Lauren at Siren Digital. They do all our design work. They design the magazines. They've designed all the printed material around the room. We see them as our core team, and they are amazing. And Steve has been with us right from the very beginning, building our websites and entry systems, and they are just incredible people. So thank you, guys. We also just want to thank Will and his team on the technical side of things, who's live streaming everything over the whole weekend. It's not very often that I can let go of the reins and to be able to just say to Will, this is your job, and to know that it's all being done and I don't have to worry is just incredible work. And all the people that have worked with us, from everyone that was bumping in this week to everyone that's on the desk today. You guys are just amazing. You're so supportive of us and love you very, very much.
You make us look very good. Thank you.
You make us all look good. I know we're waiting to get to some announcements, but I just want to say that this exhibition is just a start of what we're doing this weekend. We have a huge amount of artist talks and wonderful discussions happening. We had 2 yesterday with Tobias and Tajette upstairs, and with Drew talking with 2 documentary finalists, Caitlin and Darian. They were so wonderful. Some got a little heated, and some, that's just such a special place for us to be in, where we're just in an honest conversation about photography and what it is to be taking photos today. So that's been really exciting. So we don't have any artist talks today because we're planning to have a party after this. But tomorrow we are so excited to see our very own Angus Scott and Cecilia Sordi-Campus show us their film for the first time that they've been creating over the last couple of months. And together with Michael from KL, they're going to be doing an incredible workshop on how to create photos, take photos, put them onto beautiful screens, color manage, and print. And we're going to see some beautiful prints happening tomorrow. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. After that, we've got our new besties from Photoplay doing a talk on copyright and your rights as a photographer and what you can do to protect yourself. So Alison and Scott, like Tom said, they're so knowledgeable in this field. It's really important for you guys to come and listen to what they've got to say if you're working in commercial photography. Oh, did I? Oh, Alison and Ross. I'm so sorry, Ross.
I'm not going to let that go.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to buy some drinks.
We'll start again.
Yeah. Finally, we have Buzz Gunn and Eamon Karki talking tomorrow. That is going to be just a beautiful discussion. These 2 young... They're not young, but these 2 amazing photographers. Oh, they're not. No,
they're not old either.
Now. I feel like I'm stumbling.
It's definitely
okay.
Ross.
I wanted this to be relaxed, so here I am being relaxed.
But that talk is going to be absolutely amazing. Is that?
Please come and stay for all the talks tomorrow. They're going to be incredible. And we actually have 2 more talks next week as part of this program. We're going to be hearing Danny and Michaela talk at PSC about environmental photography, and we'll be talking at Collarts on Thursday. Just about APA Photo Collective and any questions you have. So that's our program. We're really proud of it, and these photographers and artists that we're talking with are amazing. So please come on down. But now that I blundered that enough, I think I will shut up and let's have some winners announcements.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So just before we do that, let's reset. A nice big round of applause, please, people, please. Thank you.
All the finalists.
If you get people clapping enough, you can't. It doesn't really matter what you say at that point. Is my theory. So.
Okay. So Firstly, just before we get going, we just want to ask Kylie from Nikon to come up and say a few words. Yeah, please come up to the stage. Okay.
It's a bit my height. Hi, everybody. I'm not going to hold this up because everyone just wants to know who won what, and I'm not going to stand here and talk about Nikon and cameras and lenses. I just thought I wanted to thank you guys, Harriet, Tom, Angus, everybody. It's no mean feat to pull this together, and trust me, I know I don't do it anymore. I hate it. But having somebody as talented as this trio pull this together for us is wonderful because we're part of the community as well. We're not hopefully just behind the boxes and the cameras and the lenses, but if we don't have events like this, we don't know how best to add value into a very, very important creative part of the industry that wouldn't exist without people like you guys. So thank you, providing this, as I said, a touchstone for people to come together. A lot of creatives work on their own, I've said this before, so it's really important for you all to come, make the most of it, meet each other. You don't have to just talk to us, but I would think that the partners, the industry partners that you've involved, each one of them has a lot to offer, and a lot, maybe not Michael, but others. No, he does. He's very knowledgeable. Look at his beard. So everybody has something to add to this, and I think that you guys have chosen people with that in mind, and I hope it's a great event for you. Congratulations on your 7th, and best of luck to all the entrants.
Danny is going to kick it off for us.
Well, hi everybody. Kylie's a bit taller than I am. My name's Danny. I'm a photographic editor. I work in a hectic newsroom every day, and today I feel like I'm with my peeps. So it's really, really lovely to be here and not at work. I was a judge this year invited by Harriet and Tom, and I feel very, very privileged to have been a part of this and saw some of the most cracking, goosebump vibed photography that I've seen in a long time. And it gave me an opportunity to slow down and actually connect with what you photographers are actually out there in the community shooting and what you're capturing and the stories that you're telling people on a broader spectrum. And we appreciate that. Life is about telling stories. Without further ado, can I announce the winner of the animal category, which was awesome to judge because, as you can see up on the screen, there were so many brilliant, amazing images, and it was a very, very difficult decision, but one that myself and my co-judges came to the same end, actually, because this image actually spoke on so many levels. We're living in a time, a very pivotal time in the world. We've got climate change, we've got environmental change, we've got changes in the way people live and communicate and work. And without further ado, I won't hold you out any longer. I'm going to announce the winner of the animal category to Luke Alexander for Hang In There, which was the Tasmanian devil. Come here, Luke. Congratulations, Luke.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I've got goosebumps again. So many reasons this was a winning shot. You've captured a very, very rare Australian animal in the wild. It's the time of year. It's the way the animal is holding on for dear life, literally. And it's just stunning. And we were all really blown away by this. So would you like to tell us how you shot this picture, please?
Yeah, this was in Tasmania, obviously, in the Cradle Mountain region. And I actually travelled there with my partner, and we spent a month going around camping. And this particular moment, we camped at the Cradle Mountain caravan park. And I remember when we went in there, no one was there to book a spot. And we waited about 10 minutes, and after that 10 minutes, someone finally came and they were shocked that we were there to camp because it was so horrendous, the conditions. But nonetheless, we ended up camping and did some few walks, and yeah, I captured this image.
Wow. Well, congratulations, Luke. That's a winning image, and you don't see these creatures in the wild, let alone, I know you're in Cradle Mountain, but in the snow, and you captured a moment in time that you should cherish forever, like we do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Okay, can we have... Oh, Tom, you're next.
Back to me, sorry folks. So it's my pleasure to announce the winner of the environmental category for 2022. Always such a competitive category for us, and photographers are constantly challenging us to, what environment entails, and this year was absolutely no exception. The winning image absolutely pushed this boundary somewhere between technical, conceptual, through something that was traditional and experimental, all coming together. I think at the end of the day, the photograph rose to the top because we all felt an overflowing of emotion that existed within the photograph. So it's my great pleasure to announce the 2022 winner for the environmental category is Alethea Casey with her image titled A Lost Place. Alethea can't join us today, and it's quite fair because there are some C's between us. But I just wanted to read the statement for the piece because I think it is so important and such an insight into the thought process behind the image. So again, it's titled A Lost Place, and the statement reads, "This work is a very personal reaction to the climate emergency, in particular the Australian fires which almost destroyed my family home. Although we did not experience the ferocity of the 2019 or 2020 bushfires, the threat is ever present. This work uses my own archival images, and through painting, scratching, and reworking, reimagines the landscapes of my childhood home. Now with the threat of environmental devastation, the interference of my brushstrokes on the prints become a mirror of human intervention in nature, my own hand attempting to control the uncontrollable." Ladies and gentlemen, please give Alethea Casey a big round of applause.
Hi everyone. This year I had the pleasure of being invited to judge the people category. And I just wanted to kind of share with you what a rewarding and incredible experience that was to kind of sit and spend time with so many amazing pieces of work and spend time with Tom and Harriet and Tobias and just have some really great discussions really around photography and portraiture and people and and people's stories and the way that we tell them. There were so many amazing strong works, and the one that kind of rose to the top for for us was a photographer who made an incredibly powerful image with the fragile kind of theme of identity at the forefront. The subject commanded the frame, and with a really beautiful balance of fragility and strength, and which made a beautiful, amazing, really strong portrait that was a unanimous decision in the end. So I'm really excited to announce the winner of this category, and the winner is Tristan Still. No. He was possibly going to make it today. It doesn't look like he has made it, which, pardon? He was here yesterday, but it doesn't, is that, no? No. But I will, one thing that we did kind of really kind of comment and gush on is that the caption was so beautiful and complemented the image so well that I'm going to read it out to you. I'm hoping not to butcher some of the pronunciation, but the title of the image is Fernanda. I was going to, and this is the words of the subject, I was going to be named Macarena, but I was born dark-skinned. Dad didn't like that, but it's his fault, Mum says, so she named me after him. I'm a First Nations world inhabitant. Yeah, Dad's blood runs thick with Quanta. Still Mum's half, but her nation is stronger. The people in charge thought they were right when they smacked language out of a 6-year-old mouth. But we're learning it now, to speak and laugh and love from inside it. Mum carries the world in this way, clutching between survival and, when moments allow, curiosity. I hope to too. Fernanda is a proud Mapuche woman and is also a descendant of the Diaguita Calkiki Nation. She was born in Santiago de Chile and raised in southwest Sydney. Congratulations, Tristan.
KL supported this prize, so I'm going to take this on behalf of Tristan. Oh, Ricky's here.
Hello, I'm Ricky Bunda. I'm the head of photography at Collarts. I was very humbled when Tom and Harriet asked me to jump in for the judging. It was an incredible day spent with Sally Brownbill, looking over some just absolutely stunning and inspiring work. And it kind of makes an old photographer, makes your heart go warm when you see the quality and the impact of the work that students are creating nowadays. And it's the future of photography, so we're really excited. Sally and I deliberated all day over all the images, and they were so strong, but there was one that stood out from the rest. Everything came together, and the story, the image was so deep. And without further ado, I would, the winner was Sammy Bond with Underland. And while Sammy's on his way up, I'll just read the caption. Underland is a body of work which referenced the ways in which taxidermy was incorporated into 1800s Victorian era fashion. It draws inspiration from 19th century fashionistas who wore dead animals on their hats, decorating them with bird wings or even whole bodies of dead birds, as well as mice and snakes. This roadkill culture was made commercially popular by thousands of upper-class women who wanted dead animals on their headdresses. By the late 1800s, this bizarre fashion trend was banned due to the impact of bird hunters, killing millions of wild birds, leading to many species to near extinction. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Sammy, both Sally and I, the judges, were incredibly intrigued by this image, not just because of its, because of the story behind it. It just oozes story to us. Can you tell us a little bit background about the image?
Sure. So it was a mother and son project. So we started a couple of months building this work, and then we both loved the Victoria era, and we wanted to work together to build some body of work. And we're both learning to do taxidermy together. So we decided to focus on my family members and capture them for the first time. So yeah.
Cool. Now, this is a family project now, so is this going to continue? Are we going to see more images? Maybe a book come out of this?
So there's already a book of this already that was shown last week at CCP Morley, our graduation show. Excellent. But I'm working on a bigger series of Underland, which is exciting.
Fantastic. Let's give Sammy a round of applause.
So our junior committee are coming up now. Maddie has come all the way from Sydney with a broken foot, so just be patient with us while she comes up here.
Alrighty. Hi everyone. I'm Ruben, and
I'm Maddie.
we had the amazing honour to judge the junior category for Australian Photography Award this year. And I think the junior category is something that's been growing through every year. I think it's gotten really amazing. And I'm just going to talk a bit about what we saw throughout the category. It was such a tough, super hard to find what we thought was a great top 5 finalists for this, and it went through a lot of deciding through all of us, and I think there's a lot of amazing talent in the junior category, and I think the how people are so young and they've got such great stories to tell behind the photos that are really powerful and impactful. I think it's growing really big, and I think it's going to turn into a really, really amazing category. It's great to have for the competition entirely.
Yeah, I don't do photography very much. This is one of my first times, and I was really inspired by the work that I saw while we were judging. There was a lot of thought put into the photographs, and I was really inspired.
So without further ado, I'm going to announce the winner, Edith Harley. So I'm just going to quickly read out what Edith wrote about her image. The title is, "It Doesn't Look Good in Lockdown." I took this photo the day before my 5th birthday on Mummy's phone in one of Melbourne's 2020 lockdowns. This is my mum and my little brother and little sister, Lawson and Ivy. I've called this photo "It Doesn't Look Good in Lockdown" because life wasn't perfect. I thought lockdowns were sad and boring, and sometimes I was angry. I was sad I couldn't go to school and angry because I wanted to play outside. We missed out on birthday parties and spent all day just sitting on the couch. Lawson was born in lockdown, so I couldn't buy him a present when he was born, and no one got to meet him. Mum was sad about that. I feel happy now that lockdowns have ended. So I've just got one more question.
I'll just say I'm going to answer on behalf of Edith because public speaking is overwhelming and she's only 7. So these are going to be her words, but my voice.
So was there any plan to this photo, or was it just like a quick snap?
I always take photos on Mum's phone. I don't plan them or tell anyone how to pose. I just take it when I think I can get a good photo. I might cry because it's a very proud mum moment. But we just wanted to say thank you to everyone and all the judges. You guys did a fabulous job. A big thank you to Harriet in particular. She's been very supportive with being Edie so young. And we want to thank the sponsors as well. And this probably won't be the end of her photography career, so we'll see you next year.
So I think Edie took that photo just before she was 5, and I believe that she wrote the description and the words all on her own. And her mum taught her a few Photoshop skills, but then she told her mum to go away while she decided what she was going to do. So really is a wonderful image for a almost 5 to 7-year-old to make. I think we've got the documentary category. So is Drew here? Amazing.
Hello, thank you very much for joining us here at the Australian Photography Awards. We judged, Chris Hopkins over there and myself and Harriet, we judged the documentary category. It was very hard to kind of sift through some amazing documentary photography. And without further ado, should I just announce the winner? Yeah. And the winner is right over there, John Jansen Moore with the cane croppers. And it's a phenomenal photo. They're not. Are they here? They're not here. But basically, Chris and I, when we look through the photo, perfect framing. It just leaps from the screen when you see them in a bunch of. And let me just explain what that photo is all about. 2 teenage cane croppers, Tyson, 14 years old, and Blaze, 17-year-old, stare out over burning fields of sugarcane at the end of the season's harvest, just outside the small town of Mossman in far north Queensland. Local cane croppers, some as young as 12 years old, burn fields at the end of harvest to rejuvenate the soil in preparation for the sowing of the next crop. This year, the sugarcane industry has been hit by unseasonal rains across the dry season, over 250 millimetres last month alone, a result of the La Nina weather cycle, which has drenched the east coast of Australia. COVID-19 has also impacted the cane industry as the workforce shrinks due to the virus. This labour shortage means longer work hours for already pressed rural workers, such as these cane croppers. Truck drivers and tractor operators are now being sought from overseas to help fill the gap. Despite this, the industry is looking to the future to produce cane not just for sugar, but also for the new low-carbon economy as a source of biofuel and biodegradable plastics. For the next generation, like Tyson and Blaze, the viability of the entire industry relies on the success of this kind of forward-looking diversification. Otherwise, the survival of towns like Mossman is at risk. So, John Jansen Moore, congratulations. Great photo.
So we've got a final category of the day, and Buzz Gardner's going to come up here and announce that for us.
Can you hear me? So, I was part of the experimental judging panel. Very honoured to, and probably the least impressive of a panel of 3. We had Eamon, who's exceptional, and Rowena, who may have left. Has she left? Gone. Yeah. So anyway, you've got me. So enjoy. Yeah, the experimental category was interesting. I think what shone was when you remove the boundaries of a category or a specific category, I think the meaning and the why really stood out. We had a lot of environment and human condition, so it was really good. And the winner, we had Araya Loin. Surprise. Surprise?
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, thank
And
you.
photo assistant? GG. Okay. So, did you want to tell us anything about what stood out to us?
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
go on.
So this is the photo, and it's amazing. It's a diptych. And there was a lot of text with it, which was really important, but I'm going to butcher it if I read that out. So
Yeah, it's a long one.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's long.
But I think the image speaks for itself, and there was a lot of, take the liberty of saying, there's a lot of fragility in it that we saw. And I mean, we've got broken trees here and the crack in the wall here. But there's a lot of beauty and softness in it as well. The hand especially stood out to us. And I think the crack across the wrist, very jarring.
Yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to add?
I don't know what to say actually. It's part of a greater body of work, which is basically about being broken. So this is about my inability to process emotion when I'm in a particular state, and it's about how I can be so self-destructive as well as destructive of my environment when I'm just overwhelmed and can't process what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And it's
But it
part
comes
of a
across really
greater body of work around this kind of subject matter, but that's what this is in particular.
Yeah.
Image is about, yeah.
And it came across really well.
Yeah.
We really loved it.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for bearing with us. Let's give one last round of applause to all the amazing winners for today.
I just want to say as well that I think sometimes if you're in the room and your name wasn't announced, that can be a bit of a hard knock. But everyone on these walls is special to us. For us that sit with this photography for weeks and months, we love them. They're our babies as well. And so really a round of applause to everyone and the winners again.
Okay, until the next phase of the evening commences, I just wanted to say that a number of the works here are actually for sale as well. So if there is something that sparks your interest, there's some signage around the room and you can scan the QR code. Not all the artists are selling the work, but anybody who does, you'll be able to purchase a couple of, there's various options there.
This is a real way to give back to the community and keep art going. So if you're interested, please, feel free. Christmas is coming, so buy some art for your loved ones.
Thanks everybody. We hope you have a great
Let's have
night.
a drink.